What's up, y'all? Ooh-wee. So the cards that I pulled, right, going beyond normal. So let's say this. If you're going beyond normal, then that means you're going up into higher realms, and that means you're going into spiritual realms, and that means that you're going into supernatural realms. You're going beyond normal. It's going to, at first, this place where you're going, restore, replenish upside down. This place where you're going, it at first, until you get the hang of it, I have to be honest here, it's going to seem like you're going into a dark space, like you're going into a tunnel. It's going to feel like you're going alone, like where you're going where no man has ever been gone before. Um, but what it is in order to go beyond normal, you have to go into isolation. And there's no time limit on this journey where you're going to go beyond normal, um, to restore and be replenished. There's something about to go on with you, and we're talking supernatural here. There's something getting ready to go on with you, right, where your number is coming up. There's something getting ready to go on with you where your lights are getting ready to be turned on, and the light bulb is getting ready to go off, and you're about to be plugged in into the universe, plugged in into the ombre, plugged in. I want to say where I'm going here. You're about to be plugged in for lights, camera, and action. Like it's you're going to your calling, and your time is coming, but it's not coming like right now, as in today. You're going into prep mode. You're getting ready. You're being molded. Um, you're going to be, dipped in bronze. You're going to be crushed, uh, but you're going to make diamonds. But there's a few things that have to happen with you before you get to this place. If isolation, depending on what you are needed for, what role you are going to be taking on, you could stay in prep, you could stay in molding, in this process, in this bronze and dip, and this all of this stuff that it takes to get you ready for your assignment. I'd be a lie if I said, you ready right now. You not, because you are going into the space, because your time is coming for it to be lights, camera, action. Sometimes you might go in isolation for 5 years, 2 years, 10 years. I don't know. Some of you could just pop off. But I know that this has to be done. And most of the main important thing that's going to go on with this isolation and this restoration and this replenish and this rejuvenation, there is a wall that needs to come down before you can even get to this. And this is dealing with someone's faith um, process, to be able to go beyond normal, that means to be able to go beyond two eyes. That means to be able to go farther up past the planes and past the clouds and all of this type of things. But your faith process is going to have to be shooken up in order to even get ready to get in alignment to start entertaining this. Because if you're just seeing out of two eyes, then you can't go beyond normal. Your faith process has been what I'm gathering here. You could have been on this journey before now, but then again you couldn't have, because you wasn't awakened yet, and you may just now be starting to become awakened. With the faith process that you had your faith stored in the wrong things. You had your faith stored in the wrong people. You believed in things that couldn't do anything for you, if that makes sense. You believed in people that couldn't do anything for you, if that makes sense. You believed in people, things, and situations that could not take you to the next level, because they didn't even have a faith process. They're relying on another human being as well to take them to a higher level. But in the physical form, you can't go to this level depending on other people. You can't go to this level depending on materialistic things. You have to know that there's something bigger up there, and you have to know that you see things that don't come from here. You feel things happening that don't come from here. I don't know if I'm getting there or not. It's more about dealing with chakras. Chakras, dealing with different type of chakras. And these chakras that you have that's about to be turned on, they don't have anything to do with two eyes. They don't have anything to do with two ears. They don't have anything to do with this. They have more to do with hind ears. They have more to do with this eye. They have more to do not with a mouth talking, but with a silent mouth. The light bulb that goes on, this is the light bulb that creates your aura, when people see you out and they know that Father has his hands on you. When you come out, you're going to be another person, because you're going to be in a different alignment. You're going to be a different type of being, but you're going to be a supernatural being. And with comes being a supernatural being, that means you're free to love on different levels that you've never loved before. You know how to love. You're going to learn how to love people. This is deep, y'all. You're going to learn how to love people that don't even love you. You're going to learn to love people that prey upon your downfall, prayed night and day to their father Lucifer to disconnect you, to wipe you off the face of the earth. You gonna learn how to pray for other people. Like, you gonna learn like unconditional love, because learning unconditional love, there is physical unconditional love, but then there's a higher unconditional love that's higher, way higher than the unconditional love that you could ever have or know anything about on this earth. But being a supernatural being puts you to the point where you can forgive people because you're in a different form, where had you been in the physical realm, you couldn't have forgiven people. Because see, with this place that you going, this place sees all, this place knows all, this place sees all, this place feels all. And there's no room for some of those things that's been going on down here. Like, you get a bigger heart, you get a new heart, you get a brand new heart. You get eyes, you get bigger eyes, you get eyes that illuminate light, So that's why I'm saying this journey here, basically, what makes the process so long, because you have to be broken down from the inside, from the day you came into this world, from the day that you hit the table and you were cut from your mother's, cord, and y'all were disconnected. You're going to have to be reconstructed. You're going to have to be relined. So all of those things that you were born with, everything that you thought you knew, everything that you thought you understood, you're going to find out that those things don't serve you any purpose anymore, because you're bigger than that now. Like, you're going to be entering a realm like of godly love and godly fashion, and like slow to anger. You just on a different level here, and basically you're being rebuilt, and things like this take time. But you're not just being rebuilt for the sake of being rebuilt. You're being rebuilt because there's some type of purpose, because there's a show going on in the background that other people can't see. But then the people that are in tune with you, and they could be good or bad, because some of them could be trying to stop the show. But whatever purpose that you were put on this earth to serve, you're getting ready to go into isolation so you can be prepped, and you can be built, and you can be renewed, so you can get ready to play the part. It's going to start out at first like a lonely thing, like a dark thing. I'm just telling you what you're going to experience. People going to be fading away from you because they want to. You ain't going to be able to get in touch with people. People going to be going out of town. When people try to return your calls back, you ain't going to be able to answer the phone. This isolation thing is only for you, because this is your role, and no one else can go into this isolation with you. Now, you'll end up getting the hang of it, and you'll still, here and there go out and hang a little bit and do a little things, but then you might gravitate more towards home, because you have to really be in solitude, and you have to be in a sound, quiet mind for you to be able to start being rebuilt and remolded. And then you have to, face some things and look at some things, that you didn't want to face or you didn't want to look at, or there's a lot of things that comes with this rebuild, because like I said, it's a breakdown to be brought back up. So I'll be praying for you, because you going to one hell of a spot, but you're going to appreciate it. And there will be times when you say, I'll be glad when this is over and when I come out of this, or how long this is going to be. But you have to go through it because it's your part and it's your role, and you were assigned to this, whatever this role was. It was already written before you even were conceived. So when you come out of that place, you'll be rebuilt, and you'll have your focus on what you need to focus on and who you need to focus on and what is worth focusing on, and what's worth giving your time to, and who's worth giving your time to, because the place you are going is going to be nothing but people that had to go through the same journey of isolation that you had to go through. Nobody, when you come out of here, and the people that you are now dealing with, that will be all brand new, that will be all remade up again, all of them had to go through the same journey that you're getting ready to go through. But trust the process.